Hi everybody, a update on the tank. As you can see, things have changed a little bit. There's been a complete new aquascape in the tank. And the reason why was because the old scape was a tower that was here and it basically stopped the flow across the tank, and I was getting poor flow. So I basically went back to basics, took it all out and rescaped it, and I'm a lot happier with it. It seems to flow a bit better as well. It seems to, well, I mean, the actual scape flows better, but the flow in the tank flows a bit better as well. And I'll come back to that in a second because there's a bit of an update. You might be able to see that I've gone and bought another, you can't see because of the reflection, apologies. There's another MP40 in the tank, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But anyway, quick update on the tank as a whole. There are some new livestock in there and there's new corals in there. So obviously the flower pot that's been there for a while. I've got a new one, a new friend here. So this is like a yellow candy cane. It's also got very electric blue tentacles that come out at night when it feeds. It's actually quite a handsome coral. I've got a nice orange Monty, which is doing really well. It's only been in for a few weeks, but it's already started to grow. And the frog spawn as before, and I now have a Aussie acro. Now you can see here it's stripped a little bit, and that had to do with the pump being on the side of the tank. So I've stopped that and I've moved to the back, but I've got other issues with the back as well. I also fragged the other acro into two, so there's one bit there, and the other bit you can see is just behind the Aussie acro there, and I'm doing quite well. So complete rescape, lots of little caves and stuff in here. Some fish updates, I don't know if you can see in there, hello, but there's a firefish. It's a purple firefish. It's only been in the tank for about 48 hours, so it's a little bit nervous. It does come out to eat every now and again, and it does show its face. It is a really beautiful firefish. It's gorgeous. I'm very pleased. I hope we might get an appearance. Nope, no appearance. Coral Beauty, in the doghouse, she ate an elegance I had. So I had an elegance in the tank that was about there in the tank, and she decided that she'd take a fancy to it, which was a bit unlucky because they're normally quite passive, but there's always a risk with butterflies and anything along that line. So anyway, the other fish in here, and the pièce de résistance, if he will stay still for 2 seconds, is a wrasse. It is a false eye wrasse. I don't know whether I can get some good footage here. Apologies for the reflection. You've probably seen a picture of the camera or me. I do apologise. But anyway, it's a false eye wrasse. I'll try and get another picture in a second. I'm still getting some issues with the diatoms in here. Now, I thought that was flow related, and that relates back to the second MP40 I've bought. Now, what I did is it was on the side of the tank here. But like I said earlier, it was stripping this acro. So what I've done is I put it to the back, and then what it did is the flow's so high on it, because this tank is only 50 centimeters wide, deep. It was hitting the front of the glass here, and it was blowing all the sand away, all from here, and all the sand was getting pushed that way and getting pushed to the back of the tank. So I'm having to rethink that. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the pump back on this side and see how it goes. The diatoms are starting to come back a little bit, and I've changed tack on how I handle them. So before I was using bio pellets in my reactor, apologies, I'm going to turn the light on. I was using bio pellets in my reactor. I'm not anymore. I am back, well, I'm using Rowaphos in there as well. So I think I've got a silica issue. The diatoms, literally last week when I did the rescape, were terrible. Within minutes, I'd turned the sand over, and within minutes they were back. So I think I've got a silica issue, which the Rowaphos will get rid of. You also note that the Royal Exclusive Sump skimmer is back, and it's beautifully quiet. It's back being quiet again, and it's skimming really lovely. It's only been back in for 24 hours, and it's doing a cracking job. I had a bit of a sump reorganise as well. I've moved the M1 round in there, and that's working wonderful. It's a great pump. I'm really happy with that. I still need to tidy up in here. There's loads of cables and crap that I've not tidied up, and I really need to do that. And there's the more cables and crap. I'm a bit of a cables and crap man, to be honest. I don't like having cables everywhere. Well, there you go. Anyway, so that's where we are. So new rescape, new fish. Oh, I forgot to mention the clowns. There you go. The clowns, they're still separate. They still like to stay on separate sides of the tank from each other. Not very sociable, but they're not fighting, at least I hope. There we go. But they're not fighting, and they do spend a bit of time together, but not too much together. Yeah, I'm sure that'll sort itself out. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a quick update. Again, apologies for the reflections. Let's see what else we can see. Cloud. Let's see if we can get the firefish to come out. Oh. If we stay here long enough, it does get intrigued and it does come out and say hello. It came out earlier when I fed them this morning. It is a really lovely fish. It's really they've got a really vibrant red and very vibrant purple back. It's a really good example of a firefish. It's just lovely. It's a shame it's a little bit timid, but it is starting to come out. I think it's not afraid of me, it's more afraid of the other fish. But interestingly, the wrasse and the coral beauty spend quite a lot of time together. The coral beauty just follows the wrasse around all over the tank, which is quite strange to see. But anyway, there you go. I'll see if I can get another picture of some more video of the wrasse. I think it's only been in the tank for less than 2 days, so I think it's a little bit nervous of me. But I'm sure that will settle down as well. Right, that's it. I'll stop boring you. Thanks very much for watching. That's where we are. Thank you. Bye.